TV game of the week. Paul Breece and Doug Capella here at Independence High School. If you can't hear us, you'll understand why. It is a packed house here at Independence. Student section's getting rocking. A battle of two teams trending upwards. Obviously, the Independence Eagles and what they did last year in the state championship, the second place finish, runner-up. They're ready to get back. The Cougars on a stacked team with some quality players, and Coach Jeremy Moore at the helm. Going to be interesting to see, Doug, what we got here, as it looks like a 1-3-1 zone here immediately, and that's going to be immediately blocked.
24 on 24. Carter Ezel took the shot, and it was blocked by 24 Corbin Walling. Corbin Walling just a shade under 6'6". Probably not hard to get his arm up and block a shot out there. Tanner Lee gets the inbound. He's looking, dishes it inside. Houston Hicks.
Yep, 6'9". He's going to be a problem.
Look for Tylen Lewis and, of course, Jet Montgomery to lead the scoring tonight for the Eagles. Montgomery with the ball, guarded by Tanner Lee.
Yeah, I was going to say he's been hounded by Tanner Lee.
Turnover, that's going to be Carter Ezel. Dishes it out. Shot's going to be blocked. Tylon Lewis heading down court.
Oh! Yeah, it's got to be offensive.
Turns with an elbow. Does number 34, Houston Hicks. Hits Daniel Patton, the sophomore 6'5" guard.
That's going to be offense. Now they're questioning to see if it's a
is a tech.
Yeah, it's going to be flagrant.
Crowd's getting feisty here as the officials meet to decide what the call will be.
So just an offensive foul on Hicks.
Calls in the stands range anywhere from jail time to ejection. Neither of those things are going to happen here.
So if you're a Cougar fan, 0 and 1 are your guys. Dominic Reed and Tanner Lee played a lot of basketball and football together.
Centennial moving the ball around, shoots the three, no good. Corbin Walling gets the rebound, goes out of bounds. Jet Montgomery here is going to inbound it. Tylon Lewis back to Montgomery. A lot of action, but no scoring here. 0-0 is the score. Almost 2 minutes into this first quarter. Inside dish goes up, and it drops. Corbin Walling breaks the ice on scoring here. Centennial moving it around, inside dish, goes to Dominic Reed, draws the foul, shoots two.
So Dominic Reed is going to be a problem defensively for the Independence Eagles, as he's just got a different gear about him. And obviously, if you know anything about Dominic Reed on the football field, Mr. Football finalist for the Cougars.
Sinks his first free throw here. And 2 for 2 from the line.
Dominic Reed, one of those guys that can probably play any sport and be pretty good at it.
Turnover here. Lita Reed goes up and gets the 2. Cougars jump out to a 4-2 lead here. Scoring is picked up in the last 45 seconds. Walling looked to dish. Lewis thinks about it, thinks better of it. Inside dish, knocked out of his hands, goes out of bounds. Eagles will retain possession.
Well, Jet Montgomery, #1 for Independence, is the college commitment at Southern Mississippi. He's being hounded by Tanner Lee, and I tell you what, the Jet is going to have to probably try to create some shots of his own because Tanner Lee is not going to give him any easy looks.
Tylon Lewis, really just not a whole lot of breathing room here for the Eagles. The 3 is up and no good. 23 there, Daniel Patton, a 6'5" sophomore.
Wow, what a pass.
Dishes it inside. Walling there on the ball, but the official says got a little bit of the hand there as well. Doesn't like the call. Probably not going to get very far with the official there.
Not at all, not at all.
Reed misses. Bradley Stewart checks in for Centennial, in for Walling.
Walling, the only one that has the Independence Eagles basket, also has 2 fouls, so.
Misses both here. Takes his own rebound up. That's going to be a charge. So just over 3 minutes in. Coach, it's only 4-2.
If you have the under in the first quarter, you're in great shape.
Lewis here dishes to Montgomery. Montgomery takes it up court. Tanner Lee waiting for him. Just over the head of number 34, Houston Hicks, which Hicks stands about 6'6", so that's not easy to do.
Well, check your roster and see how tall he is. 6'9"?
6'9".
Yeah, yeah.
I had to 9 upside down.
Oh!
Shot blocked there by Braden Buck, running out of nowhere.
Fooled me once. He had Montgomery in the air.
Carter Ezel out of nowhere gets blocked.
Braden Buck comes in.
Lee for Reed. Out to Ezel. Ezel dishes it out. Ball is stolen by Montgomery.
Well, here's where Montgomery can try to get it basket here is on transition. There he goes.
Lee all over him, forces a missed shot by Montgomery.
Gonna be tough.
Lee over to Reed. Reed looking. Looks for the inside dish, changes, goes back to Lee. Lee pumps from long range, nothing there. Lee stays at the top. Reed inside, shoots in and out. Tylon Lewis up court. Looking for some kind of spacing here. Nothing there. Drives, dishes out.
Oh, 6'9".
6'9" from the outside.
Yeah.
No good. Tanner Lee quickly up court, dishes it out. Ezel from the corner 3, no good. Air ball.
Yeah.
Bradley Stewart on the rebound, brings it up. Tylon Lewis gets the ball, dishes it out. Jet Montgomery working Tanner Lee here. Not a lot of room. 0 for 2 on the night as Montgomery, and he commits a foul.
Yeah.
Perhaps out of frustration. Night's not going Montgomery's way just yet. Misses a shot and follows it up with a bad foul.
Now the body language on the Independence Eagles just doesn't seem like they're ready to go.
Well, it looks, Coach, like they're being really frustrated with the athletic ability of the Cougars ball club here. They just haven't had any open shots. Defense has been tight. Ezel looks. Gets it back out to Reed. Reed over to Lee. Lee shoots a 3, no good. Reed taps it back to Ezel. Lee looks, Tylon Lewis there. Reed inside, no good. Lewis on the rebound. Buck to Montgomery. Montgomery shoots a long three.
Yeah, there we go.
Bottom of the net, drops it.
Finally got a good screen right there. After all that, it was 5-4.
He had about 3 inches of space and hit the bottom of the net. Reed dishes to Lee. Lee guarded by Lewis. Cross-court pass, no good. Buck is there to get it, and it's stolen back. Tanner Lee out to Ezel. Ezel looking, has a lot of height there on the inside and gets blocked. Good dish there to Reed. Reed looks, shoots, in. Lead back and forth, 6-5 in favor of the Cougars. Lewis quickly up court, trying to take advantage, nothing there.
Oh.
Bradley Stewart drives what appeared to be a charge. Actually goes against the Cougars.
The old 50-50 call.
And Stewart will shoot from the line.
It's maybe our first substitutions of the game, I believe, Coach.
Call was on the floor, so it looks like there will be no shots here. Montgomery looking to inbound it quick. Back to Montgomery, shoots a corner three, no good. Titus Tagatuli on the rebound. Ezel back to Tagatuli. Tagatuli looking.
Yeah, just wide open on that zone.
Finds Daniel Patton inside, and Patton sinks his first basket of the night. Cougars out to the biggest lead of the night, which is 3. Montgomery looks. Montgomery takes it around and drops the and one.
Well, you're going to have to help off Jet Montgomery when your man screens for Jet. And that time didn't happen, and Tanner Lee was out in no man's land right there.
1 point game. Montgomery on the line looking to even the score here at 8-8. Drops it. Lewis and Abdullah check in for the Eagles. Ezel looking to inbound. Tanner Lee back to Ezel. Ezel looking. Back to Lee. Lee to Tagatuli. Back to Lee. Lee shoots a long three. Hits the front of the rim. Tagatuli's there to clean it up. Good dish to Lee. Lee's fouled. He'll be shooting 2. Stewart on the hard foul. Arguing about something. Lee shooting 2. First one good. Cougars back on top. Lee goes 2 for 2, and that extends the lead for the Cougars 10-8. 30 seconds left in this quick, fast-paced first quarter. Stewart looking to make some room. Dishes to Lewis, calls him for the travel. Turnover. Cougars will get possession here and probably will close out this first quarter with a final shot. So your 2 big guns for Independence, Lewis and Montgomery. Lewis blanked, Montgomery has 5. Inside dish to 23. Daniel Patton, sophomore, drops 2 more. Extends the lead 12-8. Montgomery pushing the floor, looking to get a score. And he does, and he gets the foul. and one with 0.6 seconds left in the first quarter. Montgomery would not be denied, going coast to coast and dropping the two. Possible three-point play to bring it within one to close out the first quarter. Montgomery closes out the first quarter with 9 of the Eagles' 11 points. 12-11 here. Very close contest between these two district powers, Centennial and Independence.
Well, Independence 13-3 coming in this game. It's Centennial 8-6. So, but these two teams, like we talked about in the girls, once you get into district play, it's records out the window.
Well, and it's a lot about matchups, too, as you have Lee and Reed, arguably Centennial's two best players, guarding Independence, Lewis and Montgomery, arguably their two best players. And so we'll just have to see how it's shaken out, but as of right now, Reed and Lee have the edge here. After one, it's 12-11 in favor of the Cougars. Everybody's friends here. It's a friendly environment here, Coach.
Absolutely.
About to enter into the second quarter here, second period. Got to get out of that football frame of mind here, Coach. Second period here. Lewis gets the inbound from Montgomery over to Stewart. Stewart looking. Lewis out. Had a look for a three, decides against it. Back to Montgomery. Inside dish is stolen.
Yep. Tried to run a set play for Montgomery right there. Didn't pan out.
Patton makes the steal.
Oh!
Shots blocked by Lewis.
Yep. Pinned it on the glass.
Goaltending is the call. Two go to the Cougars, and that's going to push the lead to 3. Stewart takes the ball over half court. Tagatuli guarding. Montgomery dishes it out. Montgomery looks for the lay and no good. Reed drives it up fast. Tagatuli there. Lee looking for space, dishes it back to Tagatuli up top. Inside the Reed, Reed to Lee. Lee out to Tagatuli, who's going to shoot the long three. No good off the back of the rim. Reed gets the rebound. And then you got Daniel Patton shooting three. Just getting out-rebounded here.
Well, they're long rebounds, so the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Stewart on the block inside. Patton cleans up the block and drops two. Independence looking for fouls, not getting calls.
Yep.
Lead by 5 now, go the Cougars. Patton with the steal, looking to go coast on, and gets a cheap foul on Lewis. He'll go to the line. Independence just kind of sloppy here to start the second quarter.
That's a good word to use. A lazy pass right there by Lewis into the high post to Hicks, and it gets patted away by Patton. Patton's come to play. And so
sophomore, young man on the court. Sophomore that stands 6'5".
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen when he's a senior.
Drains his first free throw.
Yeah.
He's got 7, leading all Centennial scorers as of right now. Just to give you a tale of the tape here, Coach, Independence only has 2 scorers on the board, whereas Centennial has 4. So Centennial's been able to dish it around and get scoring from a variety of areas, where this has really just been the Montgomery show for Independence. Stewart out, looking for space on the 3 line. Tagatuli gets called on the foul. Cougars lead extended to 7 after Patton dropped his 2 from the line. Stewart checks out. Walling back in. Walling will inbound. Gets it to Hicks. Hicks to Lewis. Lewis wide open in for the dunk. Lewis checks in on the scoring sheet with his first 2 in a strong way with a dunk. Woo! Reed on the inside. Houston Hicks collects another foul. Hicks 2 fouls early on in the contest. Not happy with it. Dominic Reed will shoot 2. First one's good. Reed with 7 on the night so far. Two for 2 goes Reed. Lead back to 7. Favor of the Cougars. Lewis, fresh off his dunk, gets the inbound, takes it up court. Hicks with a bad pass, just goes nowhere, out of bounds. Bad turnover. Reed inbounds to Lee. Lee gives it back, and back again it goes to Lee. Independence adding some pressure here. Patton on the rebound. Hicks draws another foul. That's 3 fouls 3 minutes into the second period.
Well, the loose balls are just going Centennial's way. And
Hicks not happy about it, but he's got 3 quick fouls. And dare I say, Coach, they all look valid from this vantage point. Patton drops another free throw. Patton quietly putting together a huge night early on for the Cougars with 9 points. Patton also dominating on the glass as well. Drops his second free throw. Young man appears to be a baller, Coach.
Yep, and we're going to get a timeout here by Coach Wilkins. Going to try to regroup here, maybe get a good set played, see if we can get a score right here.
Coach, Indy just being out-hustled here by the Cougars.
Yeah, exactly right. See if I can get X to come up and get us some scores. We got a big one right at Franklin High School.
Score brought to you by the Mall in Miami. Coach, none of the student section has hit a shot for money here tonight.
They're saving a lot of money.
No bueno. Back in action here, Lewis looking to inbound to Montgomery. Montgomery takes it up. Of course, Lee right there, out to Stewart. Stewart to Walling, Walling to Stewart. Walling sets the pick, out to Lewis. Lewis inside the Walling, has some breathing room, goes up top, drops the and one. Tanner Lee, second foul on the night. Walling has a chance to drop a three-point play here.
Well, the Eagles saw a mismatch right there as Avery Pauly, the junior, was trying to guard Corbin Walling, the 6'5", with a 6-footer, and that just did not work out.
Misses the chance for 3.
For the Cougars on defense. Whoa.
Reed gets the rebound. Patton's there to help him out. Lee looks from the 3, no good. Ezel dishes it back out to Reed up top. Reed to Lee. Lee's going to shoot a wide-open 3 and drains it. That's going to push the Cougar lead to 10. Stewart pulls it up. Patton on the turnover. This is going to be a dunk. There it is. Patton, the sophomore.
Oh, and they call it technical, I believe, for hanging on the rim.
Coach, I don't know if I agree with that one. The part of it, it's all about player safety.
That's right. He had a lot of momentum going.
That's right. I don't agree with that call there. That's not a good call. He's not going to be a fan favorite on this side of the court either.
No, not at all
official.
where we're at. But
Montgomery goes to the line, shoots 2.
Oh, and he misses it. So, Coach Jeremy Moore for the Cougars, definitely not happy with the result on that call.
He's still in the ear of the official, but it's not the right official.
No. He's going to say, pass this along to your buddy over there. Did you want him to break his hand?
Montgomery gets the screen, pops the shot, drops the basket. It's going to bring it within 9. Cougars up 27-18.
He's got 12 of the 18 is Jet Montgomery, and here comes the press. Dominic Reed having some issues.
Stewart with the steal, has Montgomery to his right, decides to go all the way and misses. Was flanked by Montgomery, just didn't see him. Ezel on the rebound, gets it inside the 20.
Oh,
20 looked like he took a one step too many.
Avery Pauly did not like the mismatch right there. As he was going up, he was like, ugh.
Ezel with the, or Walling rather, with the easy block.
Uh-oh.
Patton stops, drops.
Ew.
Ball just doesn't go in for him. Stewart on the rebound. Stewart doing all the hustle things necessary to try to keep them in the game. Loose balls and rebounds, just not on the scorer's table yet. Dishes it to Montgomery. Montgomery shoots a long 3. Wow. Coach, that was from concession stand range.
That could get you back in the game quick.
Closes it to 6.
Whoa.
Coach, Independence is slowly getting the Cougars.
Yeah, the momentum.
They're adding the pressure with the defense, doing all the things they need to do. Lee and Reed are getting full court pressure here. Ezel being guarded by both. Trying to catch up to the action here. Looked like they dished it to Lewis, and Stewart fouled him. Foul on the floor, no shots. Reed is winded, breathing heavy. Looks like they're going to lay off the pressure here. Montgomery on Lee. Out to Reed. Reed and Lee just going back and forth.
Little zone look. They're going to try to see if they can get Ezel, number 24, for Centennial a shot here.
Not a great pass there, but it does make its target. Ezel back out. Lee at the top. Lee to Patton. Patton back to Lee. Lee shoots the 3. In and out.
Oh, and a good hustle play. Dominic Reed couldn't finish. And he got the ball back.
Got the ball anyway. Bodies everywhere. Coaches were trying to get some points here. 12 drives the lane, drops the basket.
And it's a block, and it's good.
And 1. Walling drops and collects another foul. Coach, I believe that's his 3rd.
I believe that's McKelvey on the and 1 right there.
That's right. Walling's almost got a double-double, except it's points and fouls.
The block charge call is coming to full effect tonight.
McKelvey draws the foul, makes the basket, and completes the 3-point exchange. Your score, Cougars 30, Eagles 21. Centennial not applying the same full-court defensive pressure.
And you better guard Montgomery from at least the hash.
Montgomery launches again. Thought he was heating up, but hits the side of the rim. Quickly goes to Reed. Reed up to Ezel. Ezel had Lee underneath, wide open. Didn't see him. Blocked shot. Cougars will retain possession. Ezell gets the inbounds. Out to Lee. Lee shoots the three and drops it.
Ice in his veins. Got to find Jet right here on transition. Oh, that is deep.
Oh, drops the three and the foul.
Braden
Buck.
Yeah, the senior. It's a huge possession. Cuts it inside 10 with 1:41 left.
Both teams, Coach, look to be at target heart rate here. Lots of running.
Yeah.
Buck misses, but he does drop the three. Cuts the lead to single digits. Cougars up by 9.
1-3-1 press, or excuse me, half court here. Defense by the Eagles. Now they shifted to a 2-3.
Montgomery looking for the steal on Lee. Doesn't get it. Dishes it out to Reed. Reed dishes. There's been a
that is silky smooth.
Block City up until this point, but McKelvey drops the two inside. Cougars extend their lead to 11.
Nope.
Jet called for the travel as he took about 17 steps there on the way to the basket. Just lost his footing there, Coach.
Yeah. I'm trying to make you look up at the scoreboard, you're down 11 to a team that's 8-6, and you're like, I need to do something. And he's good enough to make it happen.
Ezell and Lee exchanging passes
bad
here.
area.
Double teaming him on the sideline, using the out of bounds as the third man there.
Out.
And they called a foul.
So, again, we talked about it earlier in the girls' game. Once you get to 5 fouls in a quarter, you're shooting 2 shots. And so the Cougars have a chance to take this to a 13-point lead here right before halftime. So, again, in my opinion, I think all the what we call bounces of the ball have gone the way of the Cougars. The extra possessions, the loose balls.
The rolling foul shots.
Yes, absolutely, the friendly rims.
So Lee makes his first of 2. Sinks his second. Coach, we're up to a 13-point Cougar lead. Eagles stunned here on their home court, bringing in their 13-win record against the Cougars' 8. Montgomery just looks exhausted.
Gonna play for one here.
Lewis trying to slow it down. Looking for a smart shot. 20 seconds left in the half.
Now you don't have Tanner Lee or Dominic Reed on Jet Montgomery. He may pull it up right here.
McKelvey on the defense. Ezell pushing it up to try to get a long shot. 1.8 left.
Now you really got to be heads up on.
For one final shot. You don't want to give Montgomery a three-pointer with an and one.
No, not at all.
Because he did miss on the foul. 1.8 on the clock. See what Independence has in their bag of inbound plays for 1.8 seconds. Montgomery from the corner.
He did get fouled, though.
Gets the foul. He's going to shoot 3.
I mean, everybody in the whole house here knew exactly what was going to happen and who was going to get the ball.
And that'll be the half after these 3 shots. So the best possible outcome is for the Eagles to head into the locker room down 10. The officials talking it over. Not sure.
It's all about how much time. Are they going to give him time at the they're going to put time back on the clock. I think they're going to give him at least 0.3 or 0.4 back on the clock.
It's going to be on number 12, Ryan McKelvey, his second personal. 15th foul. Montgomery to the line.
These are going to be huge because, I mean, a 10-point game and a 13-point game is.
Well, and you mentioned it earlier, a lot of the breaks up to this point have gone Centennial's way, and that may just be a result of hustle But that can change real quick, especially in front of a home crowd for the Eagles. And so, like you said, 10 points are a lot better than 13.
Put your money on these three going in. This young man shot a lot of free throws in his career.
Sinks the first one.
Oh.
Misses the second. So, at best, you're looking at an 11-point game here. 0.4 on the clock. Not much time to do much of anything.
We got to box out just in case.
Makes the second. So your score, Cougars 37, Eagles 26, and what has been a back-and-forth slugfest between these two Williamson County schools. I'm Doug Capella, Paul Breece to my right. WCTV Game of the Week. We'll be back in about 15.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our second half action for our WCTV Basketball Game of the Week here in 2024. We're here at Independence High School. Paul Breece and Doug Capella bringing you the action. The Centennial Cougars, don't second-guess yourself, lead the Independence Eagles 37-26. And what do you think, Doug? A game controlled by the Cougars maybe from the start.
Well, and I think it was just Independence got out of their rhythm early on. Reed and Lee did a good job of keeping Lewis and Montgomery out of rhythm. Now, Montgomery did heat up there towards the end, but again, the Cougars were able to establish an 11-point lead and had scoring from a variety of places, especially the young man, number 23 for the Cougars, Daniel Patton, who leads all scorers with 12 points.
Well, here comes an easy basket, I believe, by Montgomery.
I say all scorers with the exception of Jet Montgomery, who has 19 points just starting the third period. Lee guarded closely by Lewis. Definitely tightening the defense a little bit are the Eagles. As I say that, Lewis backs off by about 10 feet. Reed inside dish. Lee shoots the odd angled shot, no good. Reed dribbles out of the paint. Corner shot there is no good.
Oh, good rebound by Patton.
Patton again doing all the dirty work. The sophomore goes up and draws the foul. Patton, if you remember earlier on in the night, was called for the technical with the dunk, the questionable technical.
I think Centennial had a better opportunity when they realized they got Houston Hicks, 34, the 6'9 senior, with 3 fouls, and they got a chance to kind of expose the paint a little bit, got some easy baskets. Hicks not quite as aggressive in there, obviously doesn't want to foul out with a lot of time left on the clock. So,
well, Walling and Hicks both 3 fouls apiece. Lewis takes the ball up, leads it, stands at 11.
Oh! That was going to be close. Another 50-50 charge block call.
Lewis drives but does not get the basket to fall. Has a chance to bring the Eagles back to within single digits here.
Avery Pauly on the charge, and Lewis, if I'm not mistaken, has only got 2 points on the night. It's kind of been quiet.
Misses his first free throw, makes his second. So your lead is 10. Cougars 39, Eagles 29. Reed drives, dishes it to Ezel, who loses control and commits the turnover. Eagles get a cheap one there, and we talked about that earlier. Who's going to get the breaks in the second half, and that was just a bad turnover by the Cougars. Lewis brings it up, dishes to Montgomery. Montgomery caught heat there in the second period. He's got 19 points on the night. Dishes, good look to Montgomery inside. Looks for the glass. Not open tonight. Reed, coast to coast, gets his own rebound.
Yep.
Drops 2, lead back up to 12.
So a poor shot by Montgomery leads to Lee getting a basket. Oh, and Patton with the cheap foul. Really didn't have to do it.
Patton, that's only his second foul on the night, so no risk there as of yet. Montgomery's going to inbound here to Lewis. Montgomery drives inside, draws a cheap one on Reed.
I remember once we hit 5 fouls, the Eagles going to be able to shoot 2 shots every foul. We're at 3 right now.
Dishes out to Montgomery. Montgomery with a quick 3. Money.
Wow.
22 points for Montgomery. Only 3 Eagles have scored on the night. Montgomery, by and large, 22 points, most of the points for the Eagles. Lead down to 9. Lee dishes, block
and a
shot. Lewis looking to push the issue up court, has Walling to his right, and draws a foul. Again, another one of those 50-50 calls.
Foul's going to be on number 24, Ezel, his second personal.
So Ezel.
Cougars looking for a jump ball, but Lewis goes to the line. And Lewis struggles continue, misses his first free throw here.
And here comes McKelvey in the game for the Cougars, who I thought had some good minutes in the first half for the Centennial Cougars. Another short.
Lewis misses both. Patton cleans the glass, as you might expect. Reed dribbles up, guarded by Lewis. Lee inside.
Oh, and the foul, yep. By Jet Montgomery.
Foul's going to be on number 1, Montgomery. That's his second personal. Second team foul. Subbing back in for the Cougars, number 2,
Tagliatelle checks in for the Cougars. And just like that, McKelvey checks back out.
Yeah.
Ezel inbounds to Tagliatelle. Guarded close by Lewis. Tagliatelle looking for room, struggling to find some. Ezel mishandles the ball but gains possession. Tagliatelle back up top, drives the lane.
Oh, and he throws it up.
And then gets knocked down by Reed.
Yeah, you do not want to get hit by your own teammate, especially Dominic Reed. Oh, man. This
Corner
is going to be a tough shot.
Oh! Nails it. Buck nails the 3. Lead down to 8. Timeout on the floor. Eagles chipping away here.
Here comes some more.
The official.
Oh, the officials waved them off.
Official blocked the half-court shot there.
So good PR promotion work here by the Independence Eagles. I mean, they're just handing out money. Gift cards galore. I mean, I think one of the trivia questions is, what color is the basketball?
Reed inbounds to Lee. Montgomery will add a little bit of pressure here as he goes back and forth between Reed and Lee. I'm surprised they're not adding a little bit more pressure on Ezel, as he has been prone to the turnover monster here.
The defensive intensity you talked about for the Eagles has turned up a lot.
Ezel looking to inbound. Gets it to McKelvey.
McKelvey's getting hounded.
Oh. Call on Montgomery as he gets McKelvey on the arm. That's his 3rd now, so he's got to be careful.
That's tough. When the guy that has scored 68% of your points has got 3 fouls.
And we're only midway through the third.
Yep. Again,
Reed able to retain possession.
Charge, I believe. Yep.
Reed gets the charge. So that's going to be 3 on Reed. So 2 big guns in foul trouble here. One for Centennial, one for the Eagles, although the Eagles have 3 with 3 fouls. Hicks, Walling, and Montgomery all have 3.
Turnover.
Ezell pushes it up.
Patton, don't get a tee. He knew how to throw it down that
Patton
time.
that time did not hang on the rim, but he definitely got it home with the dunk. Coach, that's 16 for Patton. The young sophomore stealing the show away from Reed and Lee. Stewart looking, decides better against shooting the outside shot, but drives the lane, goes with the left and gets it in. Cuts the lead still to 8. Lee looking to slow it down a little bit. Gives it over to Reed. Reed back to Lee.
Trying to draw the...
Ezell from the corner for 3. In and out. Struggle for the rebound. Goes to Independence. And here we go. We got the rolls now going to the Eagles. That tends to happen, Coach.
Yeah, I thought the Cougars were going to hang on to the ball a little bit more, try to draw the Eagles out of the zone. But they had a good look with Ezell, who is a good three-point shooter.
Bad pass inside there by Hicks. Easy turnover. Reed pushing the issue up court. Goes in and up over Hicks. Gets the 2.
Yeah.
Eagles call a timeout. Lead back up to 10.
Yeah, that's like giving Dominic Reed the ball at the 1-yard line.
Well, one of 2 things is going to happen there. Either Hicks is going to draw a foul or Reed's going to score. And Reed scored on the play. And the only good exchange there is that Hicks didn't pick up his 4th foul.
That's right. I guess if there's any consolation.
Well, so the Eagles came out with a little bit of a different look on defense, definitely a little more pressure, but mixed results is the lead is still double digits, 10 points, and they went into halftime down by 11. Coach, just watching here this game tonight, you got to come away impressed with Daniel Patton, number 23 for the Cougars. 2 dunks on the night, tons of rebounds, just doing all the dirty work to keep the Cougars in, and he leads all Cougar scorers with 16, the young sophomore. Stewart looking for something underneath. Again, a bad pass. McKelvey there, but it goes out of bounds. Coach, from your coaching days, you would say you should never leave your feet if you don't have anybody open.
That's exactly right. Uh-oh. Patton, cheap foul, and now Hicks is going to get 2 shots with 2 minutes left.
And Patton now, I believe, has 3 fouls, so he is in foul trouble.
And we talked about it. I mean, the guy's coming to his own tonight, and he's one person. They can't have him sitting on the bench. That just does not help the Cougars at all.
Lewis checks in, but Coach Lewis, so up to this point, a non-factor tonight for the Eagles.
Give it to the 6'9" Hicks to get to. And here we go with a little pressure right here. Smart. And that's 4 on Jet Montgomery.
To the applause of the Independents, or the Cougars.
Cougar Nation
here. Montgomery checks out.
So an interesting call by Independence to go with a little pressure, and now Jet Montgomery having to sit on the bench after a cheap foul.
Interesting indeed, because a lot of their players are in foul trouble, and so when you're going to go with the high pressure, mean, the lead is only 8 points up to this.
And there's a turnover.
So who's going to score now is the question. Lewis is going to have to step up here for the Eagles. Tagatali checks in for Lee.
It's a good chance to get Tanner Lee maybe some few minutes of rest here while Jet Montgomery's off the bench, or on the bench as well.
So Stewart looking to make a little noise here. Hicks up top. Looking, has Stewart. Stewart pumps the three, decides against it. Dishes out. Shot's no good.
Long rebound.
Hicks on the rebound. Stewart driving, dishes, good pass to Walling. Walling misses the shot.
Lewis,
Reed on the rebound.
Yeah, Lewis missed the shot. Reed, here he comes. Be careful with the fourth foul. And it's good. Hicks picks up a crucial fourth foul. Dominic Reed.
Hicks looking for the charge and can't believe the call.
We're hitting the...
So now the Eagles are in trouble now as their starting center and their starting guard both in foul trouble.
Yeah.
With 4 fouls and lots of game left to play.
Davis Clarkston making an appearance for the Eagles to try to get through this, and Dominic Reed with the
lead back up to 11 for the Cougars. And, Coach, you got to believe when Montgomery checks back in, they're going to go at him to try to get him to draw his 5th foul. Stewart takes the ball up. Dishes to Walling. Long shot from 3, no good. Walling
That's a
gets
great
the rebound.
Yeah.
Oh, bad pass, but does make its way to Lewis. Lewis up top, trying to calm down and reset the floor here. 30 seconds left in the third period. The Eagles with a chance to draw it to single-digit lead going into the fourth period. 17 seconds down to 15. Lewis just dribbling at half court. Down to 10. Ball's out to Stewart. Stewart to Walling. Walling's going to drive. Gets the basket and one. Coach, best possible scenario here for the Eagles. If he turns the 3, that'll bring it to within 8 to go into the fourth period. Coach, not to jinx here, but the Eagles have been not great at the foul line tonight. Walling looking to correct that here. 2.5 seconds left in the period. Walling does miss his his free throw. Looks like with 0.6 seconds on the clock, we're going to head into the fourth period. 50-41 in favor of the Cougars. So after the third period is played, the Eagles were able to gain 2 points of ground off of that 11-point halftime lead. Ezel looking for the long pass. Tapped, and that'll bring us to our fourth period. It'll be interesting to see what the Eagles do to start the period with the amount of foul trouble they're having with their starters, primarily Montgomery.
Yeah, I think immediately, I think they're discussing that for sure. Coach Wilkins and his staff, are they going to bring Montgomery back in? They're going to try to play it out here for about 2 minutes and see if they can catch a break.
Well, and Reed and Lee also are in foul trouble. They don't have 4, but they're also in foul trouble as well, so they could consequently commit cheap fouls. So have to see how it plays out here as the Independence cheerleaders do their routine. I don't know if that $500 half-court shot is going to take place here.
Not in effect, I don't believe.
Well, here we go. This will decide the contest here. Fourth period. Centennial up by 9 over the host Independence Eagles on your WCTV Game of the Week. What has been an action-packed game, a couple dunks, good action, some crazy three-pointers. Jet Montgomery shot it from another county over. Lewis looking for some space, dishes it out to Stewart. Stewart fakes the three, drives, nothing there. Bad turnover. Lee go and see if he can go the distance. Foul on Lewis. Coach, I thought Montgomery was about to pick up his 5th foul there as he swiped at the ball on Lee. He would have had to sit down 17 seconds into the 4th period. Lee at the line, he'll be shooting 2. Makes his first, lead back up to 10 for the Cougars. Lee settles in, shoots the second. Just like the first, it's good. And back up to that 11-point lead that they held at the half. Lewis takes the ball up, a difference from the other 3 periods where Montgomery took the ball up. Jet out to Hicks. Hicks back to Jet. Jet shoots the 3, no good.
Uh-oh.
Lee
Transition.
looking, has Reed. And there's Hicks. That's his 5th.
No, that was a charge.
Oh, gave him the charge.
Yeah.
On what actually looked like. Who knows? It's as clear as mud, Coach. Thought Hicks picked up his 5th, but he did not. Montgomery back to Lewis. Lewis takes the ball up. Back to Montgomery. Over to Hicks. Eagles moving the ball around. Lewis out to Hicks again. Looking for, there's Walling back.
Nice pass.
Good pass, and Lewis checks back in the game. Brings it to 9-point lead now. Eagles are going to have to string a few scoring possessions together here to have a chance.
Again, in the zone is Independence. I would be shocked if Centennial doesn't pull them out a little bit.
Well, and I'm sure that the Cougars are going to milk the possessions here and try to drain the clock. Just over 6 minutes remain in the 4th period. Inside the Reed. Reed up and good. Mismatch there as well, giving up about 7 inches to Hicks.
I mean, Dominic Reed just bully ball right there. Oh.
McKelvey with the D inside. Walling drops the 2, gets the foul.
The hoop and the harm, Coach.
McKelvey's 3rd personal, 2nd team foul. Walling to the line to shoot.
So here we go, 54-45. Walling, if he sinks this, will drop it to the lowest margin we've had in some time, which is 8. And sink it he does. So 46-54 your score. Ezel checks in, McKelvey checks out. But the trifecta of Patton, Reed, and Lee still in the game. Eagles applying full court pressure at this point. They get it to the open man, Ezel. Ezel out and turns it over.
Yeah.
Tanner Lee just lost grip. Ball dropped to the ground, and that's exactly what the Eagles were trying to do. So they get, this is what I was saying, they're going to have to string some scoring possessions together here. They scored on their last one, an and one. See if they can drop another basket here. Walling at the top, dishes out to Stewart. Stewart finally shoots the 3 that he's been pumping all night. Patton again on the rebound, out to Tagatali, who pushes it up the floor, dishes out to Reed. Does not fall. Hicks on the rebound. Hicks out to Montgomery. Montgomery scans. Turns, pops. Does not drop.
Yeah.
Patton again on the rebound.
Ezel with a good box out right there, even though he didn't grab the rebound. So Coach Wilkins is trying to tell his kids, come out a little bit, let's pressure. Oh, that's an error. Oh, that was short as soon as it left Tanner Lee's hand.
I think Reed didn't realize they were shooting uncontested.
Yep. Oh, my. And the basket. It went in.
That's the longest and one I've seen in my life, Coach. They definitely gave him the continuation there. Draws it within 6. So Lewis, silent for most of the night, has got 5 points now in this fourth period, cutting the lead to 5 points. Crowd is getting hyped back here. Student section there.
Yeah, they're getting, oh, man.
Stewart almost causes the turnover on Ezel. Ezel dishes out to Tagatali. Patton shooting the three.
Oh, it hits the side of the backboard.
It's the side of the backboard.
Wow.
Coach Moore's probably going to have a few words for Patton, although what can you say? He gets his own rebound and drops the bucket.
And the big fella keeping the ball alive after the errant three-point attempt. He says, oh, man, I feel more comfortable inside 5 feet.
That's right. Well, when you're that wide open in what's been a very tight defensive night, you're going to shoot as shooters do. But you're right, Coach. Patton, 15 feet and in is where he needs to stay more than likely.
Well, I don't know if we're going to catch this and see the young man with the basketball right there in your right of your screen. $500 if this goes.
No good air ball.
Yeah.
Former basketball player.
He's begging for one more time. Begging for one more shot. He's not going to get it.
Is it tax-free? Because I may go shoot myself.
Yeah. Absolutely. Uh-oh, $100 to the young man in the corner right here. You're not going to be able to see it on your screen.
No good.
Nothing.
Did hit the net, just didn't hit the rim.
Nothing but net.
Nothing but the outside of the net. All right, here we go. 4:22 left in your fourth. Eagles down by 7. 56-49 has a different feel to it here, though, as the Eagles are pushing and pushing, trying to break this game open.
Yeah.
Montgomery has gone quite the span without scoring. Longest of the night. Dishes to Walling. Reed all over him. Or Lee, correction. Montgomery looking for that Steph Curry range. Got fouled.
Yep.
Going to shoot 3, I think.
Yeah. Man,
that's 1 on Lee. That's number 4.
Wow. Reed, Pat, I mean, it's now crucial. It is crucial.
Coach, game's within 6.
With 4 minutes left, which is an eternity when it comes to.
Well, Montgomery can shoot all over the court, so it's a 2-possession game at this point. Leads down to 5. Oh, that's
huge.
That's a huge help for Centennial as they move the foul from Lee to Reed, which gives them both 3. And speaking of 3, Montgomery hits all 3 of his shots. And, Coach, we're down to a 4-point lead. The Cougars starting to feel the heat a little bit.
Smart move here by Coach Wilkins to take Montgomery out of the game. Oh, and a quick 5.
5-second violation on the Cougars. Jeremy Moore, stoic over there on the side. Well, the stoicism went away as he's now screaming. Inbounds to Hicks. Hicks, now it's inside to Lewis. Lewis waits on the dump. There it is. Coach, 7 points for Lewis in the fourth period. 2 points separate these two schools, and this building is alive. Reed pushes up court. Over to Lee. Lee up top, back to Reed. They're just trying to settle it down a little bit, get control. Student section quieted down here a little bit. Ezel guarded by Lewis. Tagatali guarded by Hicks. Blocked by Hicks. Up to Stewart. No foul call there. Hicks was all over him. In any regard.
Wow. Look for Montgomery
it's
here.
a one-possession game.
Uh-oh, here comes center lead. Jet cannot foul.
Did not see, but it looks like the ball went out of bounds on the Eagles.
Yep.
Tagatali looking to inbound here.
Patton?
Gets it to Patton.
Yeah, that's
clutch for the young sophomore.
Young sophomore's like, I'm ready.
That's 20 for Patton on the night, who also has 4 fouls. 4 points separate these two. 2:52 left in the fourth. Coach, everything you could want and more here on the WCTV Game of the Week. Eagles suddenly alive in the fourth period with the scoring of Lewis, who dropped 7.
Well, you knew it's not going to be easy. Anytime a district opponent's played, going to be tough.
Oh, $500 shot
500
miss.
smackaroos. Uh-oh.
Female from the student section here. Is it the Uggs? No. The Uggs slippers did not help the half-court shot. Not even close. It's getting embarrassing at this point. We need to stop the fan shots. Multiple air balls here. All right, so back at it after the timeout. Cougars 58, Eagles 54. And what all of a sudden is back and forth in the period. Daniel Patton, perhaps one of the biggest baskets of the night, just a few moments ago before the timeout, drops the 2 and spreads it to a 2-possession game. Lewis gets the inbound.
Next foul by the Cougars. The Eagles are going to shoot 2 free throws.
Walling drive.
Whoa!
Hicks drops the 2.
Possible travel, no call.
No call.
Hicks
Crowd
with
wanted
the
to
trash.
travel. Lewis applying the pressure on Tagatali. Ezel gets the pass, gets it to half court. Reed loses possession. There's Patton with the right. No good. Hicks cleans the glass.
Here we go.
Eagles could tie it. The crowd's going to erupt. We'll see what happens here. Montgomery. Eagles could take the lead here on a Montgomery 3. Eagles call a timeout.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how many timeouts they've had. Seems like we've got a lot. Still plenty of time.
Oh, it's
Coach.
2 minutes, 12 seconds. Uh-oh, no good. Another air ball.
Man, they're trying to give away money tonight, Coach.
Basketball tryouts here must have been fairly easy.
Oh.
0 chance here.
Well, hey, hit the backboard.
Hit the backboard at least.
Here we go. One last shot at it.
Checks the air. No.
Yeah, no good. No good.
Took out a cheerleader. All right, here we go. Back at it. Eagles possession down by 2. Looking to tie, or dare I say, take the lead here from the Cougars, who Coach breezed into the fourth period with a double-digit lead. Lewis gets the inbound uncontested. Ball's out to Hicks. Hicks to Montgomery.
Oh, don't give him breathing room.
Montgomery out to Hicks.
At one time, it was 50-39.
Hicks back out to Walling. Walling back out to Lewis.
Oh, no call.
No call, an air ball. And then there's Walling to follow it up.
Wow. We're tied up.
The officials have swallowed the whistles, I do believe.
Wow. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, it's a turnover. Cougars falling apart right before our eyes. Scores tied at 58. Eagles possession. Crowd stunned. Coach, we need to check for defibrillators because Jeremy Moore down there is not feeling well as he has seen an 11-point lead crumble here into the fourth period. 1.5 left. Clean up aisle 3 as they look to get the sweat off the floor.
Yeah.
Lewis gets the inbound uncontested again. Lewis just Buck shoots the 3, no good. Lee gets the rebound. Over to McKelvey.
McKelvey does not need to get in the Lions' den, per se, in the lane.
He was guarded close by Montgomery. Tagatali being guarded close by Lewis. Nothing free here. .2
Wow.
will decide the game. Cougars retain possession. Tagatali to inbound. Lee makes his way to half court. Out to Reed, guarded by Lewis. McKelvey approaches the three-point line inside to Tagatali. Looks around, thinks better of it, gets it out to Lee. Under 35 seconds to play here.
Oh, and there is the cheap whistle. Good news for the Eagles. That's only their second foul in the whole quarter. So it's still going to be Centennial ball on the side.
And the other good news is it's on Lewis. It's only his third. So 34.7 left in the fourth. I don't want to jinx it. Are we headed
for free basketball?
To OT. Lee takes the inbound, guarded, double teamed. Out to Tagatali, looking for space, finds Reed open. Reed has Ezel in the corner, back to Tagatali. Drives the lane, no good. Out of bounds.
No,
Centennial will retain possession. Hicks disagreed, but he's the only one that touched it there, Coach. Hicks didn't argue too hard there. Now we are under 20 at 19.2 seconds. It's been an outrageous 7 minutes for this, and there's been very little scoring in the final minute and a half or so.
Patton is our guy, I think.
Foul on Lewis.
No, timeout, Coach, timeout.
Okay, looked like a foul. The slap and the whistle coincided with one another. 11.3 left here. Full minute timeout. They're going to, again, try to give money away here.
Uh-oh. They're bringing a little guy out here.
He looks confident.
Yeah.
He also looks like he's about 8.
He looks the part, though.
He's got the Crocs on.
Yeah,
they are not in sport mode.
Foot on the line.
Foot on the line, no good. Had the Crocs been in sport mode, I believe he would have made it. All right, that's it.
We're out of time, my friend.
11.3 on the clock. Centennial retains possession. Coach, do they look for Patton here? Is he checked back in the game?
Yeah.
Or do you go look for Reed and Lee, who are both underneath?
Patton and Reed.
Right
Again,
now,
the Eagles have a chance. They have fouls to give. Let's see how aggressive they are.
Right now, the question is, can Ezel get it in? He does. Tagatali gets it. We are officially
cannot foul right here.
10 seconds. Tagatali dishes. The shot, no good. Overtime it is.
Yep.
The play went to Patton, and he just couldn't do it. Coach, he's wearing number 23, but 23 generally had a different outcome when they got the last shot of the game.
Yeah, you're right, Coach.
Overtime.
So,
not sudden death overtime.
No, not at all. So extra basketball coming our way. Paul Breece, Doug Capella in our WCTV Game of the Week. Hey, if you've been joining us this whole game, somebody text your friends, text your family members. This is going to be this is going to be quite an ending, I believe. 4 minutes in overtime.
Well, the floor was completely slanted to the Eagles in that fourth period.
Oh, we got. We got a young man.
Again, he's got slides on.
Yeah, that may be house shoes, Coach.
Questionable footwear choice. Not even close. Here we go. 4 minutes back on the clock as Crazy Train plays in the background. It has been nothing short of a crazy train here on the WCTV Game of the Week.
Speaking of, Centennial played Page Tuesday night. They won at the buzzer, so they're used to the close ball games here.
Keep in mind, we have players in foul trouble.
Yes. What will the officials do right here?
Patton's got 4 fouls. Lee's got 4 fouls. Montgomery's got 4 fouls. And Hicks has 4 fouls. Tagatali pushing it up. Out to Ezel. Lee for a 3. In and out.
Oh.
Slapped out of Hicks' hands, but Montgomery there to get the ball. Montgomery out to Hicks.
Uh-oh.
Not sure how that was Eagle ball.
Montgomery.
Tagatali pushing it up. Out to Lee. Lee's given the lane. Jukes around Hicks. Does not go. Walling gets the rebound.
Good strong rebound.
Out to Buck and Buck to Montgomery. Coach Montgomery has been in a scoring void here in the last 7 or 8 minutes.
Went down hard on that last possession.
Buck out to Walling. Walling looks, gets it to Montgomery within his shooting range. Has Buck open, nope. Gives it to Walling for 3.
Yep.
Walling misses.
Uh-oh, they got transition. They
Daniel
got numbers.
Patton. Lee. Shot is blocked by Walling. Lewis the other way. Taking it all away.
Oh, and he
missed. Double
missed
miss. It is pandemonium here. Ezel driving up. No.
Yes.
You can't buy a basket on tonight.
No.
Walling gets the rebound. And we can't see because everyone is on their feet.
This is unbelievable exchange right there in the last 30 seconds. Wow, the crowd is stunned.
Lewis trying to get his heart rate down here, slows it down. Looking for Montgomery, gets it out to him. Coach Montgomery might be hurt.
Yeah.
Took a pretty hard fall on the last drive.
And that's an open look.
Pops, doesn't drop.
Patton, great rebound.
Patton grabs another board. Ezel pushing it up court.
And he's down. So it's a 5-on-4 look. Lee for 3.
No good.
Patton keeping it alive.
Tagatali, ill-advised pass. Ezell gets control. Is there going to be a foul?
No call.
Montgomery all by himself breaks the lead. 60-58 Eagles. There is no whistles going on in this fourth.
No, they are letting them play.
In this overtime period.
Letting them play.
Tagatali out to Lee.
The first lead by the Eagles in a long, long time.
I believe they haven't had the lead all night. It started out 4-0.
That's right.
Cougars.
May have been 5-4.
First lead of the night. Well, you're right. You're right. It was 5-4 for a brief moment. But they have not had the lead since the first period. Down to just over a minute to play. Tagatuli in the read. Reed drives, dishes out.
The sophomore.
Three's up. It's good. It is good. Daniel Patton clutch again. Hits the three.
Silky smooth.
23 has 23 on the night and gives the Cougars the lead, 61-60.
Okay, here we go, Coach. They're going to hold it for one shot. Are they going to let them play it out, or will whistles become involved here?
Montgomery has the ball, smacked out by Lee.
That was close. You don't want him at the free throw line. Got to stay on your feet. Oh, and he turns it over.
Stripped, and that's a foul. Montgomery's out.
5 on Montgomery.
Montgomery is fouled out of the game. So they can't count on Montgomery here in the waning moments.
Well, still not shooting free throws, so.
Still, no matter what, unless they get a three here, it's a one possession
They better
game.
hurry.
Lee inbounds to Reed. Reed has the ball, and there's the quick foul.
Okay. Still need one more to start shooting.
21 seconds remain, and Coach, this is going to go down to who's going to shoot the free throws.
That's right. Oh, Patton. Fourth shot. Long rebound, Stewart.
Stewart got the rebound. 12 seconds left. 1 point lead. Timeout called by the Eagles. This will truly be the last shot, more than likely, in overtime. Cougars lead by 1, 61-60. Again, Montgomery fouled out. Number 23, Patton, gives the Cougars the lead with the three-point shot. And here we stand, Coach. This has been a thriller for the WCTV Game of the Week.
The first one of 2024. Let's don't keep things simple.
Setting the bar pretty high for the remainder of the schedule here. Journey taking us home.
Yeah, and you know, here's the deal. I mean, who do you want taking the last shot if you're Independence? Because you know Jet Montgomery in the game.
I'll tell you who's heated up is 24 Walling for the Eagles. But they're going to have their shooters out for sure, with the exception of Montgomery, who fouled out. Officials not allowing any money shots here for this break.
No, there's no promotions going on right now.
They stood on the court like prison wardens. All right, here we go. 9.1. This is going to decide who wins or loses the game. Potentially the final possession. You got to wonder if they're going to hold it out for one last shot or try to score and have the Cougars go up the court. Stewart on the inbound.
Here we go. 24.
Stewart gets it to Lewis. Lewis drives. No, and he draws the foul. Lee is going to foul out. Depending on who they call it on, I will say Lewis has struggled from the free throw line
absolutely.
tonight.
We're just going to bring that point up.
So he's shooting 2, but he has struggled. Coach, we could be headed to triple or double overtime.
Don't jump ahead of yourself.
It's the first one.
I'm surprised Coach Moore for Centennial doesn't use a timeout right here.
He does.
Yep, here he
Calls
comes.
a timeout.
Not going to get it. He's trying. And he misses.
He misses.
4 seconds.
No good. Double overtime.
Oh, my word.
WCTV is going to stop the clock on our paychecks. 61-61, second overtime. Here we go. Coach, they're going to have to go into overtime, the full period, the Eagles are, without the benefit of Montgomery. And I believe Lee for the Eagles also, or for the Cougars rather, fouled out. Coach,
wow,
they're going to be up to $1 million here by the end of the night on this shot.
Yeah, if it goes another overtime.
Most of the kids surrounding the guy with the microphone can't even reach the net. Here we go, $1,000 shot, it is up.
Oh.
No good, it was close. Well, and here we go, double overtime, 61-61. Lewis went 1 for 1 at the line with just about no time left. Cougars are going with Stewart, Lewis, Buck, Walling, and Hicks.
Well, unlike the girls' game where there are multiple subs, we've been stuck with these the core group right here pretty much the whole game.
Well, it looks like Lee is entering the game, so the foul was not on him, but he does have 4, as does Patton, as does Reed. Tip, as you might expect, with 6'9" Hicks.
Yeah, well, he lost it the first overtime. So different kind of look here. No Montgomery. Patton does have to be careful. And Hicks is going to get called, and that's 5 for him. And that is a...
So Hicks is out.
Yeah. You know, when you have first the 6'9" guy standing under the basket, you don't try to attack the rim as much. Now that taken away. And also, both teams shooting the double bonus
well,
from here on out.
Patton, the hero of the first overtime, sinking the 3, goes to the line to shoot 2. Makes his first one, and that's 24 for the sophomore. Cougars lead 62-61. Yep. Patton up with the second and
Bang.
in. Patton maybe not so quietly thrown together player of the game performance here tonight. I don't even know how many rebounds, but I'm sure he's in the double-double territory. Buck to Lewis. Lewis looks to drive. Had Stewart backdoor for a moment, decides against it. Lewis drives, gets it, adds another 2.
That is impressive right there.
Coach, he had 2 points going into the fourth period. He has 13 now.
Yep. And it's going to be his time, right?
Well, Montgomery again out. So Lewis, the one with the handling skills, getting it, 63-63.
Still in the zone.
In the read on the inside.
And that's and one. Yes,
and
sir.
one. Coach, and Walling is now fouled out. Maybe not.
That's only 4.
4 for Walling.
Yep.
He's checking out, but it's overtime. So I don't.
Dominic Reed, 19 points. And this is going to be a huge.
Well, this will push the lead to 3 if he can make it. And we haven't seen the likes of a three-pointer since second period Montgomery. And there it is, 3-point lead now for the Cougars, 66-63. Cougars bringing pressure now. Gets it into Lewis. Lewis quickly double-teamed.
Yeah,
back
this
to
is
Stewart.
This is going to be our first look at.
That was a travel uncalled as both feet slid across the floor.
Some token pressure here by the Cougars.
Buck shoots the 3 and nails it. I'm not surprised, Coach. 66-66. Buck nails the open look. And again, we're neck and neck. Lee looks for a moment.
Yeah, Dominic Reed at the high post right here is unstoppable.
Reed gets the foul, but the shot doesn't go. He's going to go to the line.
Foul's going to be on number 25.
It's a different feel with Dominic Reed at the high post against the zone.
Well, it's been actually pretty crazy because Reed and Lee have been playing with 4 fouls for about a period and a half now. Reed sinks his first one. Cougars back on top, 67-66.
21 by Reed.
Walling checks back in with 4 fouls. And Reed sinks both.
Still plenty of time here in the second overtime.
Just under 2.5 minutes to play. Lewis, no pressure this time from the Cougars. Lewis out to Stewart, back to Lewis. Lewis looking for a drive. Backs down, gets the foul, and that is Lee. Lee is out for the night.
It wasn't something he really needed to do.
Lee is out.
Foul's going to be on number 10, Reed. That's his 5th personal.
You had, yep. Lee's confused.
We're going to see here. We may have some confusion.
I think they just confirmed that he has 5. He's got to come out. So Lee is out of the game. Lee 12 points on the night, fouls out. Coach, that's going to hurt them in the realm of possession and ball control.
Well, Dominic Reed only has 2 fouls. And Tylen Lewis just having a nightmarish performance at the free throw line.
Misses his first free throw.
Now they the box out. Oh, no.
Line violation. He's going to get to shoot again. But Lewis missed his second free throw. McKelvey commits the line violation. So Lewis, in a sense, getting 3 tries here. Makes the third there. Lead back down to 1. So we'll see if Lee going to the bench is going to impact them. They're doubling up on McKelvey. Jump ball.
Centennial ball.
Centennial, or the Cougars will keep possession.
These are the games that make coaches get gray hair.
Or no hair.
Or, yeah, absolutely, no hair.
So the possession arrow now goes back to the Eagles. They get it out. Oh, they get it out to Patton. Patton up to Reed. Reed's looking. He's going to drive. Goes around Lewis and gets the 2. Lead now 3 for the Cougars with just under 2 minutes to play.
Dominic Reed in the open court is different. And Tylen Lewis, he had no shot. He tried to.
Well, Lewis smartly just got in the way. Didn't really add pressure. Would have been a dumb foul there to take. Well, and so the Cougars now 70-67 sit on that lead, and last time it was 3. Buck in the corner nailed it to tie it up. We'll see if they got. I mean, they don't have to rush a 3 here, Coach.
Absolutely. We got them a whole minute and 51. I mean, that's an eternity in basketball terms.
They don't have to get crazy and shoot a 3. Again, the officials not looking like they want any more shenanigans between plays here with the shots on the court.
No, they are standing firm on no more promotions and giving out free money.
Unless they're letting them shoot.
That's right.
All right, here we go. I think the officials are upset already that this is
That's
the
right.
second overtime.
They're not getting paid for this extra basketball time.
That's the swallowed whistles. Here we go. So the Eagles will inbound here. And just in case you're wondering, number 10, Dawson Miller, checked in for Montgomery. Miller gives it to Lewis, kind of.
Now Dominic Reed does have the opportunity here to guard Lewis.
Stewart fakes, drives, shoots, and sinks it. And just like we said, you don't have to get the 3 there. He gets the 2. 69 to 70. Lewis gets the turnover. Back out to Stewart.
Centennial, I believe, had no timeouts left.
Stewart for 3. 63. Makes it a 2-point game for the Eagles. Stewart on fire. Oh, quick whistle there.
Yeah.
Oh, Buck gets the foul. 23, Patton going to the line, and Patton's been all day up to this point at the free throw line. Coach Stewart out of nowhere drops a quick 5 points and gives the Eagles the lead here. Minute 15 to go, second overtime. And just like all night, Patton hits his free throw, gives him 26 points on the night, one shy of Montgomery for the high scorer of the night. Patton, not even close, drops his second one, looks easy.
Here comes the pressure, now they retreat. Now it's going to be a half-court game for the next minute and 10 seconds.
72-72, all locked up even here. Second overtime, your WC TV game of the week. Lewis content with draining the clock, under a minute officially here in the double overtime period. .45 seconds. Stewart gets the pass from Lewis. Lewis awfully close to the half-court line, or Stewart rather. 27 seconds. So the Eagles have cut the overtime period in half and call a timeout. 22.6 remain. Score locked up at 72. Eagles trying to hold on to the final shot of the night.
It's going to be huge. No timeouts remaining for either team.
Coach, if you're the Eagles coach, what are you drawing on that grease board down there?
Well, you're going to have to take the last shot. You don't want Centennial to have an opportunity. I think, you've got to get Stewart or Lewis to just make a clear out here and go to the rim and see if they can get a cheap foul. Or maybe.
Well, that's what I was going to say. If I'm going Lewis, I'm wanting him to drive to the lane and see if he can pick up a foul. If I'm wanting Stewart, I'm wanting him about 10 feet out or so to get a pick or something like that, and a jump shot, screen.
Yeah.
We'll see. Timeout's over. 22.6 on the clock. Lewis, again, entered the overtime with 2 points. Or correction, the fourth period. He now has 14.
Yeah, and it's not like there's no scores out there for Independence now that Jet Montgomery's fouled out. I mean, Buck, Walling, Lewis.
So ball goes to Lewis.
Watch the cheap foul here. You don't want to get one 45 feet away from the rim.
Reed very close on defense. 14 seconds down, 12 seconds. Walling has the ball. Out to Stewart.
Yep.
6 on the clock. Stewart for the win. And he gets fouled. 1.6 on the clock. Coach, again, that's an eternity in basketball world, but there's no timeouts.
That's right. So hopefully Coach Moore has practiced the play here. And that's 5 on Patton, which is huge.
Patton is now out. So you got to think this is either going to be, when they get possession, Tagatuli or Reed for the shot. I'm guessing Reed will be the one going down court. But Stewart has to make his shots, and he misses the first one.
Oh, my.
Could I say 3 overtime periods?
Yikes.
So Stewart, no pressure at all. Double overtime, 1 shot to go, 1.6 seconds. And the official taking all the time in the world between shots.
And the short
misses.
Walling
puts it back. We're headed for the 3rd overtime. Coach, we're going to run out of players.
Wow.
Rude. Triple overtime. Who would have thunk, Coach, tonight as we were prepping for this, that this would be triple overtime?
Well, I've done this a long time on WCTV. I think this may be my first triple overtime game.
We are entering our 7th period of basketball for this evening. 9:32.
Wait a minute. 4 for the girls, 7 for the boys.
Our 11.
We're working on 11.
7-11, that sounds good. I'd like to get a hot dog. I'm starving.
Yeah. So let's talk about personnel, right? Let's talk about Centennial. They've lost Tanner Lee, and they've lost their our leading scorer Patton, who has 27.
Who also was clutch from the free throw line.
Absolutely, he was a guy. For the Centennial, for the Independence Eagles, you've lost your leading scorer Jet Montgomery and your presence in the middle, Houston Hicks, 6'9". So 2 each. If you look back, you got Walling has 4 fouls.
Well, Walling has 4. Reed has 4. I mean, we're going to run out of. They're going to be freshmen deciding this match tonight if it goes too much longer.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about not a lot of players right in the substitution pattern. Now Coach Wilkins kind of leaning forward going, hey, who's left?
Well, and so the Eagles will go on the court with Walling, Lewis, Buck, Stewart. Well, and there McKelvey gets it on. The Cougars win the toss. Back to McKelvey.
Dominic Reed at the high post is huge. And this is going to be a huge shot if it goes. Wow.
McKelvey drains a 3 like he's been there before.
Absolutely. There's no
emotion.
Yeah.
Just drained it and played defense.
We definitely have a mismatch in the post, though, with Walling, 24.
Stewart drives, stops, pops, no good. Follows it up, drops it, and the foul. Stewart is possessed in these overtime periods. Drops the 2. Coach, he's better shooting a falling away foul shot than he is free throws.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was he was short, still attacked. I got his offensive rebound, and here we go. Not his strong suit. Free throw here. Let's see what happens.
There he knocks it. He knew it too. I hit that one and I can't hit one with 1 second left.
Yeah.
McKelvey drives.
What do we got? Oh my.
Shooting 2.
Yep.
Call is on number 10. That's our Jet replacement. That's going to be Dawson Miller. Coach, I'm having to check the sheets with all the new players in.
We knew everybody's name at one point. Now we're really having to scrap the sheet out.
McKelvey hits his first.
McKelvey started to take over. He said, Patton who? Watch this, Coach.
Well, he's dropped 4 points already in this 3rd overtime. And he hits his second. I got to say, Centennial is far outshot Independence from the free throw line. Lewis taking the ball up. Over to Walling. Walling out to Buck. Buck back into Walling. Walling drops the easy basket inside with the height advantage. You said it. Big mismatch on the inside, and Reed doesn't have fouls to give to add pressure. Reed out to Tagatali, out to McKelvey. Back to Tagatali. McKelvey.
Jeez. He has a little confidence going.
Playing back and forth now between Tagatali and McKelvey.
All right, here goes Reed.
Inside to Reed.
Yeah, that's the right call. That's 5, Coach.
Walling is out.
Yeah, that's huge. It's hard to stop a Dominic Reed with a little momentum. Check your roster.
Walling is out.
Number 25.
25, that's going to be Jack Morris. 6'6" junior, so not losing a lot of size.
No, just
I'm guessing just a little bit of ability by chance, but the junior checks in. Hasn't played all night, so he's going to be fresh. Reed at the line. Drops his first one, 78-77. Taking his time. Shoots a second one. It's going to be short.
Now we're at an odd number, right? Yeah, we're at an odd number.
Out to Miller. Miller up for the three.
Oh!
Miller hits a three. The lead is back to 2 for the Eagles. McKelvey drives. No good.
And a foul out.
Calls another foul. McKelvey going to the line. Coach, the whistles have been unswallowed.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one, Coach. It might have been clean down there. You can't not call that all night and then call it in the third overtime. Right. McKelvey just a cool customer down there.
Yeah, he's asked for the ball, right, in this third overtime.
Misses his second one. Eagles will retain possession, up by 1. Coach, they have a chance to make this a 2-possession game.
Absolutely.
Lewis takes it up. Reed playing the soft press defense here. Gives them about 3 feet of space. Everyone's in foul trouble at this point.
Better hurry, he's going to get a 5.
Stewart.
Plenty of time. 2 minutes.
Stewart just trying to drain the clock down.
Uh-oh.
Out to Lewis.
No shot clock in Tennessee. And these coaches are like, man, I wish there was a shot clock.
They wanted to bring it back. This will be at the next rules meeting.
Oh!
Reed almost pickpockets Lewis. Lewis retains control. Minute 24 on the clock.
And you got to think, who do you want to foul? This is Stewart may be your guy. Uh-oh. Make him go. Oh,
Stewart a little careless there. Almost commits a turnover.
If you make him go right, he'll turn it over. Oh, man. Oh. We're under a minute.
Under a minute to play.
Yep, there's
the foul. Lewis going to go to the line here.
Lewis, I mean, all these guys are gassed.
Well, for some of these guys, this might be the most basketball they've played in their life.
Yeah.
Oh, drips it in. Lewis, who again has struggled tonight from the line, hits his first one, makes it 2-point game.
Yeah, this is huge. Puts a lot of pressure on Centennial.
Sinks the second one there, and it's 3-point lead.
I think they need to score quick. You got to score quick.
Here comes McKelvey.
You don't need a 3. You don't need a 3.
McKelvey drives, doesn't go. Reed gets the ball, and he's fouled. He's going to go to the line.
That's Lewis, and that's 4 on him. Now, if you're Coach Moore, you may want to get into a
you're going to amp up the pressure here, I would imagine.
You may want to just go ahead and foul. It's not going to hurt you as long as the right people are fouling. You got some guys that have some fouls to give. Depending on the outcome here on the free throws by Dominic Reed.
Makes his first one, brings it a 2-point game.
I think he may foul immediately. I'd foul number 25.
45 seconds left on the clock. Misses his.
He got the ball back.
Misses his second one.
And Dominic Reed in the high post if you're the Cougars.
Just like the old game of 21, you miss to get your rebound. McKelvey dishes it. Ezel misses the 3. Ball goes out. Who touched it?
Yep.
Calling Eagles possession.
I would foul 25 right now.
Coach, 25's not even glistening yet because he hadn't been on the court more than 7 seconds. .30 on the inbound here.
I don't think you need to foul Miller.
Miller.
He's a guy that can shoot free throws.
Up to Stewart.
Okay.
22 seconds left, and there's the foul. Stewart goes to the line. Coach, I don't know that Stewart's a bad free throw shooter, although he was bad at the end of the second overtime. Made his third one there in this overtime pretty easily. We'll see. They have a chance to go up by 2 possessions here if he can sink both with 21 seconds left. Misses.
We got an opportunity if you're Centennial. Got an opportunity.
So in overtime.
You don't need a 3, Coach. You don't need a 3.
Stewart in overtime, 1 for 3 from the line.
Short.
Make that 1 for 4.
Dominic Reed, gotta go. Gotta go.
Under 20
Take
seconds to play.
Oh, that's gonna be the game. Tyler Lewis.
Lewis picks his pocket.
For 3.
No good, that's game. Ball game, Independence steals it from the Cougars, 84-80 in front of a ruckus home crowd. Shocked. Coach, Cougars gave it all they had. Eagles, in the end, pulled it out. And what has been an amazing WCTV game of the week.
Hey, the graphics doesn't even have a 3 in front of the overtime, so if you're looking at joining us, you're like, oh, they won an overtime. Not really. It's fantastic.
Third overtime, WCTV game of the week. I'm Doug Capella with my guy, Paul Breece. Happy New Year, everybody, and we'll see you next week.